What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are going to talk about Ikaris and Sersi in Arena just absolutely deleting Infinity Watch. This footage is about a 50k punch-up, and I'm able to kill off Phyla-Vell and Moon Dragon before they ever move. And this is not the footage we're going to use breakdown. We're going to break down a 100k punch-up that I did with this team versus Infinity Watch. Just absolutely deletes it. But yeah, these two characters, we finally got Ikaris out. I made an Ikaris preview earlier today, and it was kind of like, man, they're really taking their time of releasing him. Hopefully we get him eventually, and he popped up in offers tonight. I was expecting him to drop tomorrow. I did have a collab lined up for Mr. Hardgrave that was going to release tomorrow, but I've already told him that's probably going to get pushed back a little bit because now we've got Ikaris out, and I've got to do videos on Ikaris. So at some point this week, we'll squeeze out that collab with Mr. Hardgrave. It's basically him coming on and just roasting my Hydra roster. But yeah, Mr. Hardgrave's a good guy. I enjoyed collabing with him. He was a funny guy. We had a good time doing our video. But tonight, we're focusing on this. I'm going to talk about Ikaris and Sersi a little bit, show off what I've invested so far in Ikaris. You can see he's sitting at about 96k power. He's level 75, tier 14, 4 red, 4 yellow. Not the best red star pulls on him so far, but he's already doing solid work. So as we continue to level him up, we will have no problem. He'll see him dominate even more. But yeah, we'll go ahead and talk about this. If you guys do find this video helpful, you do enjoy it, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We're getting a lot of subscribers, helping drive that algorithm. I do appreciate it. And without further ado, let's talk about Ikaris. Let me show you what I'm investing on him so far and what really makes him and Sersi really pop in Arena. So this is my Ikaris here, and you can see 96k power on him, tier 14, level 75. I do have blue ISO on him, 2.2 striker. I would take him up to 2.3, but right now I don't have enough ions yet for that last little bit of leveling him up. We'll get that eventually, but I do have two T4s on him so far, special and the ultimate. I will be doing the passive next, and then eventually I'll be doing the basic as well, because that basic is just really, really good. Yeah, this guy. We had talked about how Sersi on her own, she does okay in Arena, but like you really wanted to wait for Ikaris because Ikaris just has so much power. And yeah, with Ikaris and Sersi both on the board, you get a 50% speed bar reduction on the enemy team at the start of the fight. Well, not at the start, but a couple turns in. The Gamora and Nebula on the enemy team will move. You use your Gamora and Nebula to basically negate their evades. You let Ikaris and Sersi go off, reduce the speed bar in the enemy team by 50%. You get Sersi to do a forced taunt on Moon Dragon, and your characters basically finish off Moon Dragon, and then you just hammer Phyla-Vell and finish her off. The ultimate here does flip positive effects to negative effects. There's bonus focus for this. Most characters will not get that negative effects. Gamora and Nebula, however, will. They both have defense up. Ikaris will flip that in defense down with this, which is huge. He does some solid damage with this, 400% damage plus 40% piercing. And if he does manage to kill someone with this, which he usually won't on that first turn, he will do the damage. He will attack all enemies again. So yeah, some incredible damage there with that. And then his special is the second T4 I did, because it does some pretty nice damage there and always gains an assist from another ally. So that's always very important to have. But this one clears death proof, gains 5,000% bonus focus for this, attacks adjacent targets, and if anybody blocks, he attacks the primary and adjacent targets again. 290% piercing. A lot of his damage has piercing bonus stats on it, like this one. You see 290% bonus pierce, or 290% piercing on the bonus attacks. On his ultimate, there was that 40% piercing with Sersi being present. So it all works out really well. And then his basic, I'll be doing this eventually, but he gets a lot of piercing damage with this. 220% piercing, and if Sersi is an ally, attacks again for 200% piercing. His ISO attack with this does like 189% piercing damage, I believe. Some weird random piercing number, but all piercing on this. Applies assist now to a random Sersi ally. So this is where like the skirmisher thing really comes into play between this and the special. You call Sersi to assist, she applies vulnerable with the passive, or with her assist, if that's what you're going for. All right, now I've got striker on both, but I am considering putting skirmisher on Sersi. Now that I've seen the damage that Ikaris can do, I'm really starting to buy into it. So I'll probably switch her to skirmisher here in the future. But yeah, then finally we got his passive. This is going to be my next T4 on them. He heals for 60% of his max health if he falls below 40%, clears all negative effects. So not bad. Applies offense up for 2 turns to self and all eternal allies on spawn. And in Arena Dark Dimension, offense up for 2 turns to self and all allies. And then here's a big one. This is very, very important, especially when fighting Adam Warlock. On turn, if not stunned, gain defense up for 2 turns and speed up for 2 turns. And then also this, if not stunned, clear ability block and 1 random negative effect from self, Sersi allies, and the most injured ally. So this is going to be pretty important, where you can use this to, if Adam Warlock uses his special and puts ability block on either Sersi or Ikaris, Ikaris will clear that with his passive, which is huge, because that ability block can really screw things up. But he clears that. He also clears 1 other negative effect and the most injured ally beside himself and Sersi. So not bad. And then the stealing death proof. If you looked in the footage, you may see they had like 5 stacks of death proof on them by the end of the fight. They're just stealing death proof all the time. Healing self for 15% of this character's max health. And then bonus armor and resistance. And then bonus damage for Sersi as well. 25% bonus damage for him and Sersi. Sersi has the same passive. So really, you get a 50% boost in damage between Sersi and Ikaris in Arena. It's pretty significant. But yeah, these 2 characters doing some solid work. This bonus armor and bonus resistance, the bonus max health, they have some of the highest health stats in the game. They're top 10 in terms of armor, resistance, focus, damage, and max health. Pretty much all of them. So they're a top 10 character stat wise, both of them, and they are here to dominate Infinity Watch. So let's go ahead and you know what, might as well show my Sersi real quick, at least, just so you guys can see it. She's got 3 T4s, not going to do the basic, no real need to do the basic, but tier 15 on her, level 85, 2.3 striker on her. Again, I'll probably swap that to skirmisher in the future. Now that I've seen what Ikaris can do, I'm really kind of feeling the skirmisher on her so that Ikaris can do more damage. But yeah, this is my Sersi. That is my Ikaris. Let's go ahead and I'm going to show you guys a 100k punch up against Infinity Watch, and we're going to wrap up this video afterwards. But yeah, this is the beginning of the end for Infinity Watch and Arena, and I am all for it. I cannot wait. Let's go ahead and let's show this footage. All right, so this is going to be the fight. It's going to be against this guy, Mountain Dew 11. Sorry, man. 100k punch up. You can see my team's power 742 versus 837. We're going to go into this. And really what you want to do, you want to focus down Phyla-Vell and Moondragon. And that's going to go pretty well. You can kill them both before they have a chance to move, which is absolutely insane. As we continue to gear up Ikaris, this should be much easier. I realize my shirt's kind of blending into the green screen. I apologize. But yeah, it doesn't... Here's the beautiful thing. It doesn't really matter which nebula goes first. All you want to do is make sure you can clear the evade from everybody here, and you use the special from Gamora to do that. Now, if the enemy nebula does move first, it's going to be a bit easier for you. And you can see that here. We're going to pretty much go down the line here. We're going to clear the evade from everybody. We're going to target Moondragon here. There you go. Then the 2 Gamoras move. No big deal. We are getting heal block on our Eternal characters. That is not going to be a problem because we're going to flip that. We're Sersi here in a second. Hammering that Moondragon a little bit. And here you go. Look at that. We've already flipped positive effects. So now speed down, defense down on Nebula. Defense down on Gamora. Remember, Gamora has high resistance to defense down, but that does not count for flipping. So that's where, you know, Gamora and Ikaris are very, very important here. Let's see if we can get a shot of the damage. Yeah, there we go. We got a solid shot of the damage. Look at that damage. 275k on that with defense down. That's absurd. Remember, this is level 75, tier 13, or sorry, tier 14 Ikaris, 2.2 striker. But once we take him up to tier 15 and get him up to level 85, imagine, and we get more red stars on him, or yellow stars and red stars, imagine what that damage is going to do. That is absurd. I hadn't looked at the damage until just now, and I'm like, holy crap. Man, looking at that now, I am glad I didn't do the skirmisher on Ikaris with the striker on Sersi combo that I was originally thinking of. Since Ikaris moves faster, I was thinking, you know, put skirmisher on Ikaris and then put striker on Sersi to really kind of get the most out of that speed difference. But looking at this now, man, you definitely want to go for striker on Ikaris. That's absurd. So there you go. Now Sersi moves. She flips everything, so that heal block got flipped into death proof on us. I had an original video where I thought something was weird here. Turns out I gotta learn mechanics a little bit better. The heal block does get flipped into death proof on these two characters. And now the ultimate from Sersi will also remove speed bar. And see if we can try to get a slowdown, see if we can get the damage on her ult here. There you go, look at that. 389k right here. So, incredible damage on both of them. I think I may just go striker on both of them, seeing this. Like, that's absurd amounts of damage right there. That's just kind of chewing through them. And look at that, we triggered a death proof as well. We're like 4 turns in on my team. Adam hasn't even moved yet. I'm already triggering death proof from characters dropping low on health. Like, that's absurd, man. Like, it's incredible. Like, oh, man. The first time I tried these two, and against Infinity Watch and Arena, I was like, oh, man, this is so nice. Because I absolutely hate this Infinity Watch Arena meta. So to see something break it up, I love it. I'm also going to hate fighting these mirror matches against Eternals. I'm going to have to bring in, like, Loki, and that's going to have to change things up, I guess. And we'll see. But, yeah, mirror matches against Eternals are probably going to be a nightmare. We're going to have to do a video on that. But look at that damage there. And now, also, we have the added benefit of it puts a force taunt on the slowest support character on the enemy team. And that is going to be Moondragon. Now, also, you're going to see there's going to be a taunt on Adam Warlock here. That is because Gamora has fallen low on health, and she's going to put that taunt on the highest health character. So this is intentional. I thought this was a bug at first, because I also had a time where the taunt on Moondragon got resisted, and I just saw the taunt on Adam, and I was like, okay, what's going on here? Because I knew it was supposed to go on Moondragon. The taunt on Moondragon can still get resisted. I don't have footage of that one, but yeah, you can get the taunt resisted here. It's actually not a big deal. Even if it gets resisted, you can still hammer the taunt off of Adam and still focus down Moondragon and then go for Phyla. It's not a big deal. But also, if you haven't really noticed here, look at the speed bar on these characters, and then look at the speed bar on my character. See that Gamora? That Gamora has no speed bar. My Gamora is sitting at like 75%. And then you can see that Nebula there has none. And you know Nebula moves before Gamora, so you can't really see it, but maybe you can if you look really closely. But you can tell my Nebula is really high on speed bar as well. Moondragon and Phyla are still sitting at 50%. So, you know, my characters are going to be able to hammer them pretty easily. So, here we go. Adam moves. We're going to hammer Moondragon. We don't get assists here from Nebula, which is a problem. It makes it a little bit more difficult, but even without the assist from Nebula, it's still not too bad. Go for, yeah, see, I didn't get an assist there from Nebula either, which sucked, but still no problem. Now, look at this. My Ikaris and Sersi are ready to move before their Phyla and Moondragon. That's the absurdity of these two. Remember, they get speed up. On spawn, or not on spawn, but with their abilities, they get speed up on them. So they're going to move before Phyla and Moondragon have a chance to. That's how crazy these two are. I'm having to like squat down. I'm going to have to figure out, you know, maybe I should get a little closer to the green screen. I'm like hugging my desk up here. I'm cutting my face off. But yeah, yeah. So again, Ikaris and Sersi are able to move before Moondragon and Phyla. Boom. Done. Now, the special from Ikaris, and this is why the T4 on this Ikaris special is so important, because it guarantees that extra assist. Without that assist from Adam there, we probably would have had Moondragon still up, and now I can't hammer Phyla as hard. But now we have the special ready to go from Sersi. I'm like blocking it. This special will apply stun. However, Phyla does have immunity, so that stun's not going to matter, but that will call 2 assists, and those assists deal 50% bonus damage. If you call Ikaris in with that assist, that's even better. But also, it does put barrier on our team. And barriers for 30% of the max health of Sersi. I'm going back and forth here. And yeah, so because Sersi has such high health, 30% of max health is the max amount on barrier, I believe. And so basically that's going to put full barrier on your entire team here. So there we go. Boom. Bunch of hits there. Phyla-Vell did go off here. This one did go, and the other footage, I have been able to kill Phyla-Vell before she can go again. But as long as you kill Phyla before she gets her ultimate off with that offense up and defense up, it's not too bad. Get a one-shot on our Nebula, not too bad. We're going to lose Adam Warlock here. He's going to revive again. But remember, because of the speed bar difference, now we have a stun for Adam. Now, you can do this two ways. You can put the stun from Sersi on Adam, or you can, and then you can worry about putting the stun from Adam on Phyla once she's moved. I kind of like putting the stun from Adam directly onto Adam, because those extra assists from Sersi can do enough damage to kill off Adam, and then that negates the stun. I'm not a big fan of it, so I just use the special on Phyla-Vell just to focus her down. I like that method a little bit easier. We'll try to play with that method here in the future. See if that changes things up. Stun Adam, stun Gamora, boom. Now we can finish off Phyla here. We're going to use the special here, try to clear any death proofs if possible, get some heal block on them, not bad. And Phyla is ready to go. So kill off Phyla here, done. Now we have the ultimate ready from Sersi again. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, the ultimate from Sersi puts 2 ability energy on both Sersi and Ikaris every fight. So what that means, or every time she uses that ultimate, so what that means is that every other turn, Cersei is able to get her ultimate off, which means every other turn, she reduces the speed bar on the enemy by 25%. Huge, 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 huge. There you go. Yeeted Nebula off. Nebula revives. Actually, you know what? I'm curious. I want to see what damage we got with that ultimate here. Forgive me. I mean, they have defense up on some of them. Yeah, I mean, look at that. 250k on this. Now there was like a defense up here, but I don't know if that's a phantom glitch because I didn't see a defense up on Nebula. Did Nebula have a defense up? Nebula did not have defense up, and it was the same damage on both characters. So that may be a phantom defense up glitch there. I mean, we've been having that problem. That's nothing new. But anyways, yeets Nebula right off. Nebula revives. But now we get that reduced speed bar, which is always beautiful. Now we're going to go straight after Adam. Try to finish off Adam before he can get this stun off. Stun there with Gamora, not a big problem. Now we get the ultimate from Ikaris to go off. Boom. And remember, whenever he kills with that ultimate, he repeats it. So he just double dipped on that damage. Let's get that replay one more time. So there's one. There we go. Hard to see. 176k crit there, not bad. 133 over here, not bad. So we're gonna get the bonus attack again. About 130k on them, not bad. I don't think he hit Adam that second time. I'm assuming that's intentional. Yeah, it looks like Adam did not take damage from that second one. I guess that's just the order of operations. I'll check with Scopely on that one, just to make sure that's intentional, that Adam revives after the second attack. I assume that is intentional, but, you know, it never hurts to ask just to make sure that is correct. All right, so now Adam's back up. Resisted the flip from defense up into defense down, but that's not going to be a problem. We got taunt on Adam too, which is even worse. Boom. This is really big, and this is why I kind of like Striker on Sersi. If she gets a bonus attack, she gets a bonus ISO attack with Ikaris present, she'll flip 2 positive effects and a negative effects. Now, this wasn't a bonus ISO attack, but it was helpful in that it was able to kind of do some nice damage there. Boom. And finish them off with the ISO attack. Not bad. But yeah, it took that defense up and flipped it into defense down. One hit on Gamora. We're going to put evade on our characters. We're going to finish off Nebula here in a second. And because we've eliminated so many Infinity Watch characters, Nebula's not going to chain down. She has to have Infinity Watch members present in order to chain down the line. That's something too with your Nebula, because you're missing 2 Infinity Watch members because you have the Eternals in. She will not chain all the way down the line. That is something to keep in mind too. Boom. Nebula's gone. Ultimate again with Sersi. Reduced that speed bar. Not bad at all. Flipped some stuff too, which is even better. What'd she flip? She flipped speed up into speed down. Which is not bad. And there you go. Like, look at how much health my characters have left. I had Adam Warlock revive once. I may have had, I had Nebula revive once as well. But Ikaris and Sersi, look at all those stacks of death proof. They steal so much death proof as this fight goes on. They are going to take forever to die. So yeah, these guys are going to just absolutely demolish Infinity Watch in Arena. And we're going to do testing in War. I have a feeling these guys are going to be great in War. We'll do some testing to see what they can do. I'm going to try them out with a couple of different teams, see what we can figure out. I want to see if we can counter at Weapon X with these two characters. We'll see. I feel kind of good on my chances, but we'll figure out. We'll see what we can figure out with these two. But let me know down below what you guys think of Eternals in Arena doing the 100k punch up against Infinity Watch. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button and share and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.